I got to like really get to know Kat hanging out in Brooklyn filming for like two or 3 days. She was so down to earth and just chill, and I couldn't get over how great her voice was in the flesh in person. I think that our job as artists is to somewhat shift culture musically. I mean, if you're lucky enough, you might have 1 or 2 of those moments. If you're Madonna, you might have 30 of those moments and everything in between. But if you're not shifting culture, then I think you're in the process of reflecting it. It's not an accident when all of a sudden a bunch of bands come out and they have a song, or they have, whoa, suddenly a mandolin popped up in 5 different bands. All of a sudden 5 bands have mandolins out of nowhere. And that stuff doesn't happen by accident. It's like they're all kind of listening to the same stuff, being influenced, and then it gets kind of spun around, regurgitated, and you're essentially like reflecting culture. And so that's a lot of what we do. Like our first single, If I Lose Myself, it's the only song on the album that has a little EDM kind of like vibe to it, but it still feels organic. And clearly, I mean, that came from literally an experience at a festival watching Swedish House Mafia. It's like, well, what the hell? Why don't we try this? The title Native, Brent actually came up with that idea, and the general consensus, just we had to kind of extrapolate what we thought was the idea behind the word, because we liked the word so much. And our music, whenever we put out an album and anywhere we travel around the world and play, that music native just means familiar and local. And everywhere we go, whether it's Albania or Arkansas or whatever, Singapore, the music, the way that it's been embraced, we're lucky enough to have it have been embraced to where it's like to them, we are their familiar, we are their local, like we are their everyday soundtrack to their life. We're native to them. There's second to none of all the other shows out there in terms of creating actual sustainable careers. This show's proven that it can do that, which I find to be pretty cool.